I think the last time V that we bought through the MLS might have been in 2018, maybe 2019. But I mean, it's been 4+ years since we bought through the MLS.
Yeah, I suppose I haven't had challenges in that area where I feel like the deals are really dry up and I have to like get creative with where I buy. Now, this year though, I am feeling it a little bit, because the leads are getting more expensive. So we have to get creative in how we can generate lead at a lower cost,
Yeah. And that's where the money's made it's when you buy it. So if you got to pay for those leads, you want that price per lead to be lower. And we've subscribed to every big, and I won't even name drop them here, but all the big lead sources, and they've only gone up. Like one of the biggest ones we used to pay because at one point I bought into the franchise We Buy Houses. I'm not sure which one you bought into, but that was probably 7 years ago. And we only had it for a couple of years, but one of their kind of main providers of leads, we're paying like $250 a lead. And then it became $350, $450. Today, no lie, in my market just south of DC, if you wanted to buy leads, you're looking at 700, 800, 900, I mean, maybe 1,000 in some counties per lead. And it's like, man, like how many of those a month can you really take down? Because it's going to chew up your budget pretty quick. So they do have a good return policy if you buy something that's already listed or it's an investor trying to flip a deal. But most of them you can't get refunds on. So you might set your budget at $10,000 a month in lead generation and get chewed up in the first 4 days of the month, and they're not good. So I think it's incumbent upon us to you got to have your own Google My Business, your own PPC, your own, SEO. You got to have other means of doing it. And for us, we do all those things I just mentioned, but the direct mail is the thing that's worked the best over the last maybe 3 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's backtrack a little bit. What are your thoughts on Mastermind?
I think masterminds are incredibly important. And I think any person wanting to solve big problems should consider joining a mastermind, because you want to be around other people who are thinking about the same things that you're thinking about, because the average person has no clue what you're dealing with. Like when you buy a property for $300,000 and you take hard money out for that, and then you have to renovate it, and it's a $60,000 renovation, and your contractors are showing up drunk or not showing up at all or doing crazy work.
Or smoking weed.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're trying to sell it, and you got people breaking into the house, and there's so much craziness that can happen in our business. The average person can't relate to the stress and the problems that we're trying to solve. So I do think masterminds are incredibly important. What about you? Are there masterminds that you've been a part of?
So being a part of HomeVestors, I am a part of that big network, right? I have access to a lot of successful people. I am also a developmental agent in HomeVestors, so I have a group of people that I coach as well in the business.
Okay.
So yes, I do have access, but I think for people who do not have access, I do highly recommend that they join, some type of group, because like you said, I do see the big benefit of being a part of it, because we all going to have good days and we all going to have bad days, right? And it's not fun if you got to hold them all to yourself.
That's right. Yes.
And you go home and you share with your family and they don't quite get it. And by the time you have to explain everything, why you're so excited, it killed the excitement already,
100%. Yes.
So,
I think that's great that you joined a franchise, that you have learned and kind of networked through all that. And I would recommend that to anybody. Now, when you say this to a new person, which I know you probably have a lot of listeners who are thinking about or just getting into the business, it can be daunting, because some of these masterminds cost like $10,000 a year to join. And that costs
30. Yeah. 10 to 30.
Yeah. So you look at that and you're like, there's no way I'll never pay that. But you got to think of it like a business owner, because, it might take one more deal than what you would have gotten otherwise. And you're going to make up for that cost, right? But the odds are you're not only going to buy one more deal, you're going to buy a bunch more deals. And then beyond that, you're going to solve problems more efficiently. You're going to learn how to do direct mail or whatever better. So it's a no-brainer to me. Like you have to invest in that, to invest in yourself, to be able to scale a business to a level that you would want to. So for me, a $10,000 or $30,000 investment, it pays itself back and then some. Wouldn't you agree?
I would absolutely agree. I really agree. I think it's really crucial in the business to one, be a part of a mastermind, and then possibly also have a coach, right? Because they serve different functions in your business and in your growth. A mastermind, you go and you learn from your peers, and you have your peers to help you, to support you through your journey. But with a coach is someone hold you accountable, right?
Yes.
Someone who help you with a roadmap. Like, hey, you tell me this is where you want to go, so let's do the activity that's going to get you there, right? And you leverage that coach experience, knowledge, connections to help you to grow, and you can grow faster. So I think they both are necessary in the business for what we do if you want to be around for a long time.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, because a lot of people get washed out. I mean, how many people do we know that we're in the business for months or a year or two and they get washed out? Like you want to stay in it for the long haul, and it just requires certain things because you don't know what you don't know. I don't know what your background was, but my background was not in real estate. So I mean, most of it I was just winging it. I was just faking it till I make it, right? So yeah, masterminds, coaches, all that's super important.
Yeah, no, I didn't come from the real estate background either. I came from the nail salon business. So I had no clue, no idea what it was like. And I didn't know like slab foundation from piering beams and stills and, I don't know any of it. So luckily I had good mentor and good support, good people system, that I can leverage and learn from. And so, like I said earlier, I didn't make many mistakes, but the one I did seems painful. So Matt, as we wrapping up here, what advice would you give your 18-year-old Matt?
My 18-year-old Matt? Oh man. Well, I went to grad school. I got 2 master's degrees. I pursued a whole different track. And like, the truth is, if I knew what I know now, I would go straight into real estate and I would be retired by the time I'm 30. Right? As opposed to kind of taking the long way around the mountain. So I would encourage anyone and everybody, get into real estate. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be a doctor. You could be a guy picking up trash. It doesn't matter. You can still do real estate on the side. You can learn to invest. You can buy a real asset, which honestly, V, that's what drew me to it initially. Because like I looked at the stock market and I have no idea. Even to this day, like I have no idea how to really predict and like know how to make money. Like I've read some books. I kind of have a general idea, but like you could wake up tomorrow and the CEO of any random company could go crazy and the stocks plummet and you have no say in it. You didn't do anything to influence it and you can't stop the downward spiral. But in real estate, it's a real asset. It's something that you can go and touch. Like I can go touch the side of that house. And so I would just tell people, buy rentals, short-term or long-term, get into real estate, learn how to wholesale, go get your real estate license, learn how to do investing and, listings at the same time. Like there's so many ways to go earn money. And that's why I'm coaching is I want to show people how to do it. I want to find good people that are kind of looking for that next step. And I just want to coach them. I want to show them the journey that I took, help them short circuit some of the painful lessons. But I think it's all about real estate. I always tell people, V, it's like the last great frontier that the government hasn't gotten involved with and messed it up. Like anybody can do it.
Unless you're in California.
Unless you're in California, which the government got involved and messed that up. Yeah. But anywhere else, it just takes a little bit of will. You got to be willing to learn. If you got some money, you can invest that in a mastermind or what have you. But yeah, you could go make it in real estate. Anybody can do it. A lot of the fortunes are formed in real estate. So you're in a great space. I'm in a great space, but there's a whole swath of people that need to take the jump. And I want to be there to help them, just like you're doing, V, with this podcast. You're equipping people to be able to make that jump into real estate. So kudos to you. Keep up the good work on that.
This episode is brought to you by National Real Estate Insurance Group, a national independent insurance agency specifically for real estate investors. I personally use NREIG for my investment properties. They offer a low monthly payment option to help you to lower your cash out of pocket when buying an investment property. If you're looking for insurance coverage for your flips or your rental, reach out to them. You can click on the link in the show descriptions, or you can reach out to Jules at 816-946-8443.